Oh, hey, everyone. Can y'all hear me? Can you hear me? One, two. Can you hear me? Hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome to Dating God's Way. Y'all, if y'all coming in the group tonight, y'all come on in here to this broadcast. I know I don't have my lovely wife with me tonight as she is away on a work assignment this evening. But maybe we get a surprise tonight if she joins us. So hey everybody, thank you for joining me this evening. I am flying solo tonight on Dating God's Way tonight. Hey Kanish, hey, good to see you. Yes, I'm all back from Kenya. I'm back in the States, back at home. Had a full day of work. Hey, Tara. Hey, daughter. I'm back at work, back in the swing of things. And man, it's all good. It's all good. It's all gravy. It's all kosher. I'm happy. I'm good. So yeah. So we're gonna talk about what you watching. I don't know what's on behind me. Let's see. That's Frasier on now. I was watching what was playing on in the background before Frasier was Fran Drescher, the nanny. Yeah, I don't know. It wasn't funny back in the day, but I don't know. I guess it's old humor now, so it's funny. It's funny. It's funny to me today. But right now, it's just TV, the TV channel Cozy, COZI. It's one of the NBC network of channels on digital. And so yeah, just got that playing. You know, when you get kind of old, you just play old stuff. I mean, I'm not calling myself old, but I'm at that age where uh just it's almost like when my parents used to watch like black and white TV for hours or country western. Now I sit back and I watch like old TV shows from the 80s and the 90s. The other day, Give Me a Break was on with Neil Carter, so I watched that a little bit. But no, hey, look, I pray y'all having a good night. So, I posted this or I shared this video I saw of this young lady, and oh man, one of my speakers is one of my speakers is going bad on me, so I need to unplug that. So so I was watching this I, on my way home or while I was at one of the stops. I don't know. Somebody shared this video about this young lady. She's sharing some tips about about I don't know. It's about catering. To me, it's about catering or communicating um, with your friend if he's giving signs or not giving signs. So right, so Tara, so I'm gonna play this piece by piece, and but I don't want her that big in my window. So yeah, I want her that small. Because we're gonna just listen to her a little of her share. And I'm going to play a piece, then I'm gonna pause it, and I'm going to respond how I feel, whether I agree with the tip or disagree with the tip. Now, you could agree or disagree or whatever. I mean, hey, whatever floats your boat. Um, but I I just I just blanket said, ladies, please don't do this. And then some, and then I did get some comments where somebody's like, "Oh, I thought it was good," but maybe I'll change my mind and everything. So I just want to go kind of through this just a little bit, but um, it's another issue that came up that somebody sent me. Yeah, this stuff is quite interesting. But I think that's another topic. But we're going to talk about um, this viral video going on about this preacher talking about is no anointing in the beard, and how it's just crazy about the beard and everything. And I'm listening to this and I'm like, dude, as if God created hair clippers. Like he really created your hair to grow. However your hair grow, that's what it's beautiful in his eyes. Like we weren't born with nail clippers and hair clippers in our bosoms. These things were invented for grooming. Um, so how dare you say a man cannot have a beard or a woman can't have a beard? Anybody can have a beard because hair grows. Yes, people are bored, and it's really and he's saying this over the pulpit as if it's the gospel, um, which is kind of just really bizarre to me. How the pulpit becomes the bully pulpit, and hey, daughter Nichelle, hey, and it automatically supposed to become the truth because you said it from the pulpit, and um that's not right. That's not right. Just because you preaching and saying something from the pulpit doesn't make it true. It makes it true if it aligns with the word of God. The word make it true. Um, hey, lady. Yes, I've known a few ladies in my family that had grown maybe a few whiskers or a beard or whatever, and to God be the glory. They still just as beautiful as ever. You can't control how God created you. You can't control where hair grows. I mean, you can cut it and all this other stuff. Um, uh, Quick joke, not a joke, quick story, kind of a bad story. But in in Asia somewhere, in China somewhere, this guy married this beautiful woman, and they had he you know married probably one of the most beautiful women of their community that that he found, and he married her and everything. And after they got married, they had a child. Well, the child was born with some facial deformities, right? And when he inquired about why was their child was not born perfect, like in his eyes or whatever, come to find out that his wife was had deformities, but she had a makeover that cleared her deformities. So just because she had a makeover, the so-called deformity stayed in the bloodline. So he sued. I think the article, this was a few years ago, but I believe he attempted to sue her in the divorce because he felt like he married her, or she married him on false premises, because she wasn't who she was, in her appearance, right? Because she had a makeover. Um, so you're you can't control how you what God has made you up with. How God made you is how God made you. And then work with it. Work with how God made you. That's all we trying to do is work with how God made you. So if He made you with a beard, work with it. Work with it. I didn't start growing facial hair till I was probably 25. I don't know. It took me a long time to get this little bit of hair I got, but um, it's just it's just how God made me. What can I say? Anyway, that was off topic. Yes, that was very off topic. But I want to talk about what this young lady has to say. Um, and I would like to thank you all for joining me tonight. Like I said, as you can see, I'm flying. I'm in the solo seat tonight. Thank y'all for joining us last Tuesday during our noonday. For you all, it was noonday. For us, for me and Pastor E, it was 8 o'clock while we was in Kenya. We had a lot of fun. Got a lot of stories. Got a lot of pictures to share. A lot of videos to share. Just a powerful, 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 powerful time right there in Kenya. We went to a remote village outside of Kenya, and we worshiped with Pastor Nicholas and his church. Um, they are also under Pastor Benson, Apostle Benson, and we were out there on. That was our first ministry engagement last Wednesday, and that was so 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 incredible. And then again, then we did a couple of days of workshop, a conference, and then we did a Sunday service, and then we blessed the marriage. So we had a great full time in the Lord while in Kenya, and we also got to go to the safari. So we have some pictures that Pastor E will put a package together, and we're going to show it. And then we're going to be right back there in Kenya, prayerfully next July, and we're going to open it up to the team. And I know we're going to be in South Africa on the whole church and Vision Impact Church, Vision Impact Global Churches. We are going to be in South Africa in February. Wow, it's coming. It's coming. And our packages will be announced soon about how to join us in. Yeah, thank you to Impact. Yes, how to join us for our Vision Conference, Vision Conference 2020, Vision Conference 23. Man, this is going to be exciting. But the time is now. That the now time is even more exciting than ever. Right now is more exciting than ever. So if you are a member of a church, if you're not a member of a church, you are welcome to come to our services at 4520 Beach Road, right there in Temple Hills, Maryland. Amen. We are growing out of the box. So come be a part of Impact. Come help us impact our communities. Come help us impact the world. Here at Vision Impact Center. Right here at home, we serve the homeless once a month. We do leadership training. The Lord shared with me a word from out of the Bible, from out of the Word of God, that we know the Lord as the Lion of Judah, and there's a text in the Scripture where it talks about the Lion of Judah look over his cubs, and who dares rouse the lion. And the revelation I received from out of the Word of God is that lions, or in Africa they call the lion. They don't call the translated word of lion in the oh my goodness, in the Swahili language is Simba. Simba. So Lion King did not create the name Simba. Simba is a word from the I just said the word from the language of Swahili. Simba. So anyway, lions don't create sheep. Lions create and develop cubs. And we here at Vision Impact Center, we are developing cubs into lions. And because we believe every believer is a leader. And so we are developing cubs. So yeah, so it's good to see you guys tonight. But let me get to it, because I see I see the viewership is kind of dragging on. It's kind of dropping a little bit because I'm dragging my mouth. I'm just talking. I'm just talking. I'm just talking. Hey, I don't care about viewership anyway. That's not what I'm here for. I'm not here to have a bunch of viewers. I am here to talk to you about dating God's way, and having as much of a successful dating life as you can, as you date to marry. I pray that you are dating to marry and just not dating as you were in junior high or middle school or something like that. Um, we got to get on with our life. So, as you are older, I would say maybe 25 or older, or even 23, 24 and older. I think we should be interviewing our spouse. Dating is an interview. Wow. Dating is an interview, and we should be interviewing our potential spouse while we are dating. So yeah. Anyway, let's get to what this young lady has to say. Now, I'm sure probably some of her input is coming from a maybe a single woman's point of view. However, but yes, dating is an interview. Thank you for reposting that, Kanish. Dating is an interview for marriage. Absolutely. Okay, y'all ready? Here we go. Okay, I can't hear. All right, here we go. Let's try this again.
Here go a few tips on how to respond to common things men say to us. If he say where you at, text back where you want me to be.
All right. What's up, Law? All right. So if he texts where you at, you should text where you want me to be. And what she says.
Shows you can be submissive.
It shows that you could be submissive. Um, like I said, these are my opinions and my suggestions, and uh, um, my agreements and disagreements. If she texts, where you at? Your response is, where do you want me to be? Because it shows you as submissive, right? I don't think that shows as submissive. I think what is happening, if you are an adult, and all of you are on this stream, you are all adults. Um, until you are married, I went low. Did I go too low? Okay, thank you, thank you, thank you. Let me see. They say I went low. Okay, let me look at my audio testing, 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 testing. How about now? Am I low now? Is this better? Oh, that's a feedback. Testing, 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 testing. Okay. I hope this is better. All right. Michelle says sounds good. And Kanisha said maybe it's her. All right. So she says where you are, or she says if he texts where you at, WYA, and you're supposed to respond, where do you want me to be? Whether you are on the other end, one end of the text or the other. Like I said, all of you all are adults. You owe no one accountability until you are married. Any accountability that I may display is complimentary and it's out of respect. As an adult, if I'm telling you where I am, it's out of respect, not because you're keeping a trace on me. Okay. So when if he asks, where you at? First of all, For unmarried, usually this is kind of like a booty call. Hey, where you at? Are you nearby? um, and if it's not, where you at? It's keeping tabs on somebody, and I you don't owe your tabs unless they are your committed spouse, or you have committed yourself to be a spouse to that person. If you are engaged and they ask where are you, it's out of respect. And my response is out of respect. Um, even after you get even after you get married, even some marriage is like, hey, where are you? And it's like, you know, if you trust me, doesn't matter where I am. Or, and I can see if you ask me where am I, if I'm in proximity and you need me to run a task or do an errand or something like that. Those things, okay, yes, okay, because you're attempting to see, what the time is like before I come to my landing spot. And I get that, I understand that. But just where you at, then where you want me to be, that's not showing accountability. That's almost showing that I'm willing to, you're giving up your place of individuality. And be careful, be careful when you start giving into these places of individuality, because this can turn very toxic. Exactly, Kanisha, not healthy when you give up that kind of level of individuality. So you have to you have to really start monitoring that, where you at. I mean, I know not too long ago my daughter asked me, somebody was asking her, well, where are you and why you not home yet? And I'm like, okay, wait a minute. Who is this again? What rights do you have to ask these questions? And that response of, well, where you want me to be, that's almost a response of desperation. And you have to be very careful about who you expose your desperation to. Wow, don't expose your desperation to everybody, because everybody doesn't have your best intentions in mind. This is bad behavior. Somebody asking another adult, where you at, as if they're your employer and you are on their time. Now, if I'm paying you, if you are my employee and you're on and it's between 8 and 5 p.m. and I'm paying you between 8 and 5 p.m. and you're not where I'm paying you to be, that's one thing. Hey, where are you? Because you're not in your expected place. But if we are friends, if we boyfriend and girlfriend, and you ask me where am I, unless you are expecting me to be at the movie at the movie that we plan to meet up at or whatever, and I'm running late, and you ask me where I am, okay, give it that, because I'm not at the expected place at the expected time. Okay, so that's fine, because we have an agreement that we are supposed to meet at an expected time. Okay, where are you? All right, you're seeing where I am and how far out I am, and I'm fine. Or you're checking on my well-being to see if I'm in a car accident. Fine, that's cool. But if I'm about my day and you're asking me where am I, and we have no plans on today or being together, whatever, you're out of bounds. That's out. So so I would X that tip. That tip I would not I'm sorry, Ted. I kind of went in on the one tip. Yeah, this is the one tip. All right. Let's hear another.
If he texts you, what do you want to eat? Text back, whatever you get is fine. It shows you're appreciative. And not only that, he can determine what he can afford.
All right. What do you want to eat? And you're supposed to say um something as if whatever you want to get. And it shows that you are appreciative. If he asking you what you want to eat, evidently he does not know what you are hungry for or what your appetite is like. So he's asking you a question for you to be definitive about what you want to eat. He didn't say, hey, what do you want to eat that I can afford? I mean, if if he's asking you what do you want to eat, evidently he's thinking about you. He's thinking about your appetite. He's thinking about, and you can in turn say, you know what, whatever you like, it's your choice or whatever. Sometimes sometimes absolute lobster, and that's fine. And let me say, maybe I can't afford lobster, or you know what, I can get you a lobster, and that's cool. And I'm gonna swing over here to McDonald's or something else, so I can stay within my budget. Um, or you can use, or one of my things is, I don't ask a question I'm not ready to answer. If I ask you, what do you, when I have asked what you want to eat, especially when I was dating and I really didn't have a lot of money, it was, I think we're gonna stop over here at Burger King and grab a bite to eat. Or I would say, hey, we go to the places where I can afford, but it's not but not, hey, what do you want to eat? And then I'll let you make the choice. No, I mean, like, when did we stop communicating with each other? When did we stop communicating with each other as something simple as food? What do you want to eat? It's just a simple question. Just answer the question. And if you really don't know, just say, you know what, I really don't know right now. And that's an answer. I don't know. It's not a negative answer. And it's not even an answer of indecisiveness. Sometimes you're not even thinking about what you want to eat when you're asked what you want to eat. So you really don't know. But if he asks what you want to eat, I didn't like the part about showing appreciation. I didn't get that. Right. I mean, you put the onus back on the other person, and then now you have to. What about if he choose something that you don't like at all? What if you yeah, Pastor E, she's a really picky person about what she really don't like to eat. Outside, other than when she was pregnant, I mean, it was, especially like with Kaylin, it wasn't nothing that she did not like hardly. But outside of those pregnancy moments, she's was and is, and I love it about her. She's really decisive about what she don't want, right? Me, I can go to a hole in the wall cafe and get and I mean, before I started this program, I could go to a hole in the wall cafe and find something on the menu. But she would look around and be like, I'm not eating from here. I surprised her one time though. I took her to the Florida Avenue Grill. And because the Florida Avenue Grill used to be not a hangout spot, sort of say, but it was. I mean, my dad was a country boy, my mom was a country boy, so I grew up eating country food from country places. Eating food from the gas station. They fry food at the gas station. Those are the places that, so going to the Florida Avenue Kitchen Grill going to the Florida Avenue kitchen or grill or whatever, it wasn't a thing to me. But when I took Ebony around there, she was like, "Where in the world did you got me?" And I was like, "It's good, it's good, it's good." So I had to introduce her to like the collard greens to get her to like it. But but anyway, when they ask you, so when you're asked what do you want to eat, it's when a guy asks you that, he's really asking you, what do you want to eat? Because we don't we don't have the same sometimes we don't have the same taste for the same foods. Sometimes you like a little something different, right? Some people, sometimes you put up here put lobster. Everybody don't like lobster, and some people just allergic to shellfish. But how would you know unless you communicate? So these nonverbal responses, man, I just don't know, y'all. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Let's keep going.
If he say he had a long day and he don't want to be bothered, you ask him if it's anything you can do to make it better. Even if he say no, make sure you do something anyway.
All right. If he had a long day and he said he don't want to be bothered. If he had a long day and he says he don't want to be bothered, you say okay, and you do something to help him have a good day or whatever. Um, what about if you do something and that ticks him off even more, or that bothers his day even more, or he feel like you doing something now? I got to do something in response because you did something. If his response is I don't want to be bothered, let him live with his answer. Let her live with her answer. It's okay. And if that comes back to smack them in the face, that's their issue. Then they have to communicate like, oh, you know what? Well, you could have done this, or when I was feeling what right, don't do forced heart spaces. Thank you, Tara. Exactly. You cannot force yourself into heart spaces. Absolutely. But if if he had a rough time, a rough day, and he don't want to be bothered, if a lady have a rough day and she don't want to be bothered, the best thing to do is don't bother them. Honor their wishes. That's just as much honor as anything. Honor their wishes. You don't really honor somebody if you honor somebody in your way, you're really honoring yourself. But when you honor someone, honoring someone is doing what's in the best of their own interests. If I say I want to watch for Christmas and you honor me and you buy me a pair of socks, well, I'm grateful for the socks, but I was looking for the watch. That's why when it comes to honoring people, I do ask, how would you like to be honored? How would you like to be honored? Because then I can meet your expectations. And if its expectations is I don't want to be bothered, I want to sit here and watch this basketball game. That don't mean come if you married. That don't mean come and rub my feet while I'm watching the basketball game. I said I did not want to be bothered. That includes rubbing my feet, massaging my shoulders, and doing all these other things you think I need. If I said I don't want to be bothered, give me space. Don't bother me. And then tell me how you feel about when we get into talking space. Tell me how you feel about how you felt when I said I did not want to be bothered. When I came to you that other day and you said you didn't want to be bothered, you know what? That bothered me because I felt like there was nothing that I could do. So now we're having a dialogue. Now we're talking about communicating. Now we're talking about how to communicate on each other love languages when it comes to that point. Because everything ain't meant to be headed off right then and there. Some things need the space for air and then to talk and then to really share how you really feel. Hey, when you was bothered that day, this is what I wanted to do for you. But because you were bothered, I couldn't do it. See what you lost out on. But honestly, when you have a wife, when you have a husband, the two becomes one. And that whole thing about bothering each other, honestly, that stuff's supposed to go out the door. Your spouse is not a bother. Don't bother me. That's not healthy at all. Your spouse is not supposed to be a troubling one because you are one. So your spouse is not your nemesis. Your spouse is not your antagonizer. This is your partner. If you need a little space, go to the bowling alley or something. To tell her you're going alone, or go to the movies alone. Just say, hey, I need some space or whatever. But don't tell your spouse that I don't want to be bothered, as if she's a bothering agent. Okay, let's continue on. Let's go on. Let's see what other tips they have for us today.
If he come to you and say, babe, I want to start this business, this is what you do. You go do the homework on that business, get the full blueprint, then bring it back to him and let him know you're ready to help him start it. It shows you dedicated to wanting better for him.
Okay. Now, this I can go along with and I can agree with, right? If he say he wants to start a business, but if he say he wants to start a business, Tara, no, she's not Tara. Tara, don't go too hard on it, Tara. Okay, no, you make me laugh too hard. You make me laugh too hard. Ooh, I gotta catch my breath. You gotta catch my breath. I gotta catch my breath. Okay. Woo. All right. So, a whole plan. Yeah. Research myself. Oh my goodness. Y'all are funny tonight. Y'all are too funny. Y'all cracking me up. Look, if he says he has a business, and you don't, it's his idea. I mean, it's like, who business is it, right? At least he could at least believe. I mean, at least let's have a conversation about it. Y'all keep interjecting. Y'all keep making me laugh. Hold on, but at least let's come to the table and let's talk about this business and let's discuss this plan together. If you're going to be in my life, and I'm talking about marriage, right? I wouldn't be making plans with the boyfriend or girlfriend, and next thing y'all know, we all broke up, and you got my business plans, and you out making millions of dollars, and I'm still broke off my business plan. So I'll be careful who I'm sharing my business plan with and who I'm sharing my business ideas with. Yeah, I've seen that happen before. Not go to $1 million, but I've seen somebody without a dream rob somebody else's dream, and that frustrated me. That really frustrated me. He robbed somebody else's dream because he didn't have a dream himself, so he took her dream, he stole her dream, and making a career out of it. But but yeah, uh, what she said that um it shows. I don't know what it shows of you taking the initiative to put his dream to paper. No, he needs to live out him or her needs to live out their potential. You cannot mommy or daddy over a person to this degree, because it's last thing is going on my Google Drive. I'm taking a plane with me or something happens. Goodness grief, y'all rough tonight. Y'all rough tonight. But yeah, so this it really there's this level of uh what is called parent dating. That's what it is, parent dating. This level of parent dating. Um, you, what's going to happen when he has the next idea? You going to write that one up too? Most guys come up with most guys come up with probably like 20 ideas, and only maybe half of one sticks, really, because we just keep going on to the next thing, because we looking for sometimes we're looking for a fast turnover, because if my business don't do real well in a week, I'm giving it up because it ain't making no money. And so talk about that too, permanent dating. Yeah, permanent dating. Y'all got to remember that. Y'all write that one down, permanent dating. Send that to our inbox, permanent dating. And we'll talk about that one. But yeah, I mean, but you cannot. I mean, I get it. You helping them out, or she helping you out. The best thing I think, the best thing you can do is just keep encouraging him with his plan. Hey, you shared your plan. So do you have a timeline? Do you have an expected date of when you're going to execute your business? Have you went and applied for, ask them non-threatening questions. Hey, or if you have some resources. Hey, have you applied for your LLC? Hey, won't you just go ahead and register your business, even if you're not going to do nothing with it? At least let it sit. You can give him ideas. Give him ideas, give him things to do, because if you're doing the work and he's not doing it, you have essentially became his employee, and he has essentially became the boss. And I really don't think that this is what you guys want in a relationship. You want a partner. I think you want a partner. I think you should want a partner. And you don't want a child that you have to parent through their own life. Now when you get married, things change, and you may have to take the initiative. As a husband or wife, you may have to take the initiative to do to help them out a little bit more. But in the dating stages, you can help in a different way, as far as encouraging them to do whatever. My kids, my sons, they want to get their permit and they want to get their license or whatever. It's not for me to study for them. They have to study the material. They have to pass the test. They have to take the initiative. If they want to go take this test, they have to take it. I hope they don't ever wait for me to call the MV, because I hate the MVA for one thing, but don't ever depend on me to call or go on MVA website to schedule them their own driver's test. That's for you to do as an adult. That's for you to take the initiative, go sign, get on the schedule, find your documentation, and go to the MVA. Now, if you ask me, I will take you there. I will make sure you get there. If that's what you would like me to do, if you ask me to do these things. But I'm not going to give you the answers. I'm not going to say, hey, do you want me to take you? I'll take you there. No, you take initiative and you do the work yourself. I may come along and help enhance you and push you and make sure you cross the finish line, but you take the initiative. And by what she's saying, it's like he can say anything he wants with no initiative. Initiative is not having the idea. Initiative is putting pen to paper and actually going out and get business and working the business. Okay. I don't know if I agree with any of her points yet. But let's see if she got anything else. Or was that her last point? Let's see.
This one is the most common and the most hurtful. If you say, babe, I love you, but I need space, you're either doing too much or not doing enough. Pay attention to what you are and not doing and adjust them based on his reactions to each and every one of them. And he will see that you are willing to do what's necessary to keep him.
Babe, I need space. And then you adjust what you do. Thank you, Tara. Oh, nah. And then you adjust what you doing versus what you're not doing, and show him that you want to keep him. I have no. I mean, that's questionable. This is really questionable. That's really questionable. Look, if he say he needs space, give that joker all the space he need. Matter of fact, give that joker so much space that he can't even find his way back home again, or he can't even find his way back to your cell phone again. That's insulting. I need space. Absolutely not. If you're dating someone and they tell you they need space, oh, okay. Here's your space, and here's a Coca-Cola to go with it. Holla. Don't let nobody disrespect you like that. It's very disrespectful. And don't, as a man or woman, don't stay. I know it's hard out here being single. I understand how hard it is being single and wanting a spouse and wanting a mate and everything like that. I understand. I do. I really do. I really do understand the threat of loneliness. But don't let the threat of loneliness drive you into accepting disrespect. Don't do that. Either they coming correct or they ain't coming at all. So y'all can tell me if I'm wrong or right, or if y'all differ or indifferent with me. I mean, y'all can say, but you already married. We ain't married or whatever. I mean, if I'm coming from a different perspective, then there's something you like to hear or whatever. But young men, young women, once you allow disrespect to come into your space, they will keep disrespecting you. And you're going to have a relationship, but what you're threatening is your joy. What you're threatening is your God-given freedom. So if y'all got questions, y'all come on with questions. Let's see what y'all saying tonight. Let's see what y'all saying tonight. Let's see what y'all not saying. Y'all just laughing with me tonight, and y'all comments, and y'all don't really have no questions. So yeah, how does this video end? I think it ends like that. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's the end of the video. Woo. But I saw this young, I mean, like, she got 53.4 thousand likes, 5.3 thousand comments, 16,000 shares. And people are agreeing with her, men and women. I just choose that. I didn't find. I just found all of her things. I see what she's trying to get to. You know, kind of. You know, calm your. I think her thing is like, you know, calm yourself down, and you know, for your man, be calm or whatever. You know, this is how you subdue him. You know, this is being a good wife. This is being a good girl or a good friend or whatever, things like that. But if there's no communication, between the two, it's kind of hard. It's kind of hard. It's kind of hard to yeah. Thank you, Nichelle. Yeah. Thank you all. Yeah, but it's kind of hard to to listen to suggestions, and then on the offset you can agree with them, but then you go back and listen to them again, and it's like, you know what, I don't know about that. And it's okay to disagree, and social media has given everybody a platform. This is the danger of social media. Social media has given everybody a platform to be right, and everybody can't be right. Everybody can't be right. So anyway, on Dating God's Way, I should have just titled this one Will's Perspective. Will's Perspective. And it would have been no, and then we would have discussed from there. But this is my perspective on this TikTok video of this TikToker. And you know, and that's it. So thank y'all for joining tonight. I appreciate y'all. Definitely. I miss my wife. What about while dating? The where you at is out of concern and not tracking. Like I said, it's out of concern. I can see it being out of concern if you're not at an expected place at an expected time where you have agreed to be or meet, or I will call you when I get at this certain place. So somebody texting, and they shouldn't be, if first of all, if you text me and you know I'm driving, you have to realize, first of all, you're putting me in harm's way. So do you really care, or are you going to call me and ask me where I am to ask if did I make it to my destination okay? Am I in one piece, or did something happen? But just blindly, if I'm chilling, if I got my feet up and I'm watching TV and somebody texts me where I'm at, that's a tracking device. That's a tracking device. Because you're trying to be nosy to see if I'm out with friends, or if I'm out somewhere other than with you. Where you at? I'll tell you where I am. I'm not where you are. That's important. WYA. Oh, I'm so happy I didn't have a text messaging when I was dating in my dating stages. It was all push button. Yeah. Any more questions, y'all? Y'all, this is. I don't know if it's good to y'all. This is good to me. I love. I can't say I'm not an opinionated person. Over these last couple of years, I became very opinionated, but because I just see some dumb stuff on Facebook, man, on social media. All right, well, I thank y'all. It's been almost an hour now. Y'all know me. The light bulb is going dim as I turn off the light. I'm logging off for the night. I love you all. Y'all have a good night. And I didn't cue my closeout video. So I'm going to just say so long, bye-bye. And I will see you on Wednesday night, hopefully at Vision Impact Center for Bible study. It's going to be another good one. See you soon. 4520 Beach Road, Temple Hills, Maryland. Dating God's way. Good night.